Welcome back to another episode of Rank the Movies. You came back on the flippity flop. I can't believe I ended the last video saying that. So, again, much like last week, I'm going to look at 3 random movies that I love and just talk about them, because that's how I want to end this year. I want to talk about movies I really enjoy, not necessarily a theme, though I've got my Christmas table set up, and in case you didn't notice, this is my Christmas flamingo. I don't know why I have a Christmas flamingo, but I found one, and I bought it because Christmas flamingo. So, I just felt like I wanted to point out my Christmas flamingo. Alright, so this week I've got 3 more classic movies to check out. Okay, they might not all be classics by anyone's regards other than my own, but anyways, my channel, my regards. To start off this week, we're going to talk Drowning Mona. This is an underrated gem. I gotta say, it's an underrated gem. In fact, just holding it and knowing I'm about to talk about it makes me really, really want to just sit down and watch Drowning Mona. So, Drowning Mona stars Danny DeVito, Bette Midler, Neve Campbell, Jamie Lee Curtis, Casey Affleck, and a host of other people are in this movie as well. Some you might know better than others. But William Fichtner is in it. My brain is starting to connect actors into it. Anyways, the movie talks about Mona Dearly. Mona Dearly is the bitch of her neighborhood. Everybody hates her, including her own husband and son. Mona Dearly is found dead one day because she drove her car, well, her son's car. She drove her son's car off of a bridge and nailed it into a body of water, drowning. Hence, Drowning Mona. The movie is about the investigation of how this happened, because it becomes clear that sabotage was involved and somebody killed Mona Dearly. But of course, her being the bitch of the neighborhood means everyone's basically a suspect. So the movie, Bette Midler plays Mona Dearly, and you're like, well, she died. She died in the first 30 seconds of this movie, first 30 seconds to a minute of this movie. Why the hell is she the second person credited? The movie does a lot with flashback. It flashes back to show how Mona messed with people, screwed with her own family, or the friends of her family, acquaintances, the town. It uses flashbacks to show all of that, and that's where Bette Midler shines, because she does shine in this movie. Danny DeVito plays the cop investigating it, who also has a love of Broadway musicals, which is just a weird thing to slide in there, but it's there. He is also the father of Neve Campbell, who's about to marry Casey Affleck. And then you have Jamie Lee Curtis, who is a waitress who is also banging Mona's husband on the side as they play Wheel of Fortune, which is a sex game that involves a Wheel of Fortune board game. I saw this movie when it first came out back in 1999. I didn't quite get how it worked then. I am now 33, and I'm still sitting here going, I'm not quite sure how the Wheel of Fortune sex game works. But that's not important. It is a great movie. It tells a great story. The flashbacks are used very well. And it just keeps going. And that's really what sells this movie, is it's got a good pace behind it. To tell this story and to involve these characters and to really lead you down a road of anyone could have done it because of who Mona was. And you're not surprised when you find out the conclusion at the end. And it's not a Scooby-Doo conclusion. It is one of the main characters who did it. So at least it is a whodunit, where you can make real guesses and possibly be correct. Alright, the next movie we have is another hidden classic that I'm surprised more people don't know about. It is called Operation Endgame. This one I did not get to go see in theaters, which is sad. I saw Drowning Mona in theaters. Again, it was a very not packed theater, like when I saw Detroit Rock City, because again, this was a very overlooked movie when it came out, which is really sad, because it's super good. But anyways, Operation Endgame, moving on from that. This one I just stumbled across one day. I don't think anyone ever told me to go see it. I think I just read something on it one day and went, this sounds ridiculous. And so I found a copy and I watched it, and I fell in love with this movie. Um, it stars the performances of guys like Rob Corddry, Ellen Barkin, Maggie Q, Zach Galifianakis, Adam Scott, Brandon T. Jackson, Bob Odenkirk, Ving Rhames, Jeffrey Tambor. It's got a great cast. Basically, it is Barack Obama's inauguration day for his first term. Okay, that's the day this is taking place on. All of the characters I just mentioned work for a secret government organization. I can't remember what the organization is called. I know the two groups, they're broken into two groups, the Alphas and the Omegas. Basically, it is a shield and sword type of operation. One side is better at destruction, the other side is more protection. Everyone is a counterpart to somebody else. So one Omega is the counterpart to one Alpha, and so on and so forth. On this election day, you find out that the chief, the head of this organization, played by Jeffrey Tambor, has been killed. But before he is killed, he activates the Endgame protocol. Endgame is the lockdown of the underground facility and the detonation of very large bombs, killing everyone. Basically, it's a clean sweep protocol. So the two groups have to work together to try to escape. And also, there's a few other directives going on. So it creates a almost warlike situation as the movie progresses. It is very well done. It has a lot of glimpse of comedy, at the same time action. It is a really fun film. And it has the normal, like, we need to follow someone so we, the audience, can understand what's going on. So there is a new hire coming in on the day of the Endgame. Because they didn't know it was coming, it just happened. So he's hired, and bam, you're going to blow up. It's a fun movie. I really don't want to get deeper into it because I feel like I'll be giving too much away if I go deeper into it. But it's one, definitely check it out. If you can find a copy of it, watch it. If you can stream it somewhere, stream it. Check it out. Operation Endgame. It is a great time. The last movie I have for you this week is the Christmas movie I mentioned. I said I'd talk about a Christmas movie this month. So here is the Christmas movie I am talking about. It is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, y'all. This one, again, to me it's an overlooked gem. I don't hear a lot of people praise Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as much as they should as a Christmas classic, because that's what it is. It's a Christmas classic. Fight me! I was shown this movie for the first time the day I moved in with one of my roommates when I was in college. I had been moving stuff all day, and he went, "We're watching a movie!" And he threw this in because it has some of the best dialogue in any movie ever. The movie stars Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer. They're your primary actors. You also have Corbin Burnson plays a character in this movie, and there's a couple other faces you're definitely going to recognize in this one. Robert Downey Jr. plays a burglar who coincidentally becomes a actor in Hollywood. He is running from the law after a bad burglary, wanders into an audition, and gets sent out to Los Angeles. Val Kilmer plays a private investigator who Downey is assigned to learn how to be an investigator, because the role he is up for is that of a private investigator. So he gets to shadow Robert Downey Jr. and learn how to be a private eye. While this is happening, they find a dead body, and they get yanked into this intrigue and interest of this case. It really is supposed to be like a old pulp detective novel. It's how they set it up to be. So it has all that intrigue, it has all that ideas, and they bring it up right away because they talk about that the main character used to love reading the pulp detective novels, the Robert Downey Jr. character. It's a very interesting movie. Again, it's a whodunit. It takes place entirely at Christmas. So it's like Die Hard. It is so firmly at Christmas that it's hard to take the Christmas out of the movie and still have the movie function as you would want it to. That's why I say it's a Christmas movie. Because there are some movies, I agree with people, they are set in December. They are not Christmas movies. I love the movie Collateral Beauty. I'm actually not talking about it this month for some reason. But I love that movie as well, so you get a bonus this week. But that is definitely a December movie. You can see the Christmas trees, you can see the Christmas decorations. It is definitely a December 25th movie, but it really never plays into what's happening. Whereas with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Die Hard, it plays in hard as to what's happening. Christmas is essential for what's going on. So that's why it's a Christmas movie. Again, you can fight me on it, but I'm not giving in. I'm just going to say it, right or wrong, I am not giving in. It is a Christmas movie. Same thing with Gremlins, hence why this is a Christmas sweater. Alright, so those are my 3 movies this week. We have Drowning Mona, we have Operation Endgame, and we have Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Check them out. Come back next week. I'll talk about 3 more movies, and we'll all have a good time. So don't forget to hit that like button, comment if you got something to say, share the video if you want other people to hear me talk about these movies, and come back next week. Alright, see you then.